Right, welcome guys. Let's talk Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney, Hollywood, the strikes, Andor. The Andor sets, which are in the UK, are being demolished, torn down. These are, of course, for Andor Season 2. It's not finished filming yet, so this is concerning. It's still in production, but they're striking, so they've stopped. The director's not on board anymore, or showrunner. He's buggered off for a little bit. It's a bit all over the place, really. It's going to see a knock-on effect. The ramifications will be industry-wide. I've actually said many times, I've done a few videos now, this will just shake the industry. This will change everything. Next few years, there'll be barely any content, and what content is released will be backlogged or stuff which was shelved initially. I know Andor isn't everyone's favourite. I personally had quite a good time with it, but I am surprised to see that they're just demolishing all the sets, because these are really hard to build. Like, those set pieces are, there's a lot involved in that. This is going to exponentially increase the budget, which Disney Plus's budgets are insanely high as it is anyway. Marvel's Secret Invasion alone was about $211 million just from what we know that's been reported. Be over that because of post-production work. And then Star Wars The Acolyte is looking like $250 million. It's insane. Doesn't make any money. So this will exponentially increase the budget of Andor. But it's just interesting. You know, it's one of those things. We hear about the strikes. We see them striking. But we haven't seen boots on the ground, you know, sort of that affecting things, as it were. But I guess the saving grace of this is at least the set builders will get to build it all again. They get to make some more money. But let's take a look at this, ladies and gents. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on. But here we have it. So, yeah, initially this comes to us from the Mail Online. And they got some footage of it. Let me just move my microphone there. So the UK set for Star Wars Andor is demolished after filming on the second season of the Disney Plus prequel is ground to a halt by the actors' strike and the writers' strike, which was initially what caused Tony Gilroy to leave. Was again, it was actually the writers' strike, because obviously he can't. He's showrunning. He can't do it basically. And I will say as well, I'm surprised that they've had to completely halt the filming, because SAG has like the UK arm, which it's not legal. They don't have to, you know, they can't actually strike legally. They can be taken to court and sued by the studios if they're a member of the UK arm of SAG, because that's been, the striking has been deemed illegal basically here. Whether you agree or disagree, it's just an interesting point to take a look at, because it goes to show that the predominant amount of employees under Andor, or at least all the main actors, are SAG affiliated. They're members of SAG, which means, again, like I said, that they have had to stop, which if they were smart, they would have, you know, sort of diversified their crop of actors a little bit more. But, you know, that's Disney for you. So the set of the Star Wars series Andor has been demolished after Hollywood ground to a halt amid the actors' strike. Images show, it's not just images, it's whole videos, show the second season set located in Buckinghamshire, not Buckinghamshire, England, being taken apart amid the transatlantic SAG-AFTRA strike by actors. So the large spaceships and futuristic buildings located in a cornfield, which doubled for the faraway planet, have been left abandoned after actors downed tools last month. Actors downed tools? Actors downed tools? What the fuck are you on about? So no, cranes could be seen dismantling the buildings, including a silver pod, as well as trucks and vans in the vicinity helping with the mammoth task. So filming began on the series starring Diego Luna, Forrest Whitaker and Stellan Skarsgård earlier this year, with a release date originally earmarked for August of next year. Make no mistake, that is not happening. I'd be super surprised if that happens now. Highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. So here you have it. I mean, these are pretty major pieces of set. You know, this isn't... yeah, it's not small stuff. We'll kind of watch the full video a little bit. pause that. Anyway, we'll just go up and have a look at some of this stuff. Because of nonsense videos, good times, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, like I said, it is interesting. It's fascinating to see. And again, for this to be released next year, I mean, this is just messing up all of their plans. We've got the Disney earnings call today, so this will be fascinating to see what's brought up there, in respect to the SAG strike and whether anyone brings that up as a point of contention. Because the last strike, the last earnings call was not good. So anyway, let's take a look at this. This is just the video for obviously someone's got a drone. But there you have it. I mean, they're really, yeah. There's a lot going on here. A lot of demolishing going on. They've obviously, yeah. I mean, I don't know how many buildings there were, or because they built the whole town as well. Same for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi had the whole town built as well. So they've obviously just got key areas here. And you can see where they've wrecked the cornfield by bringing in the heavy-duty machinery, which is a bit bad, to be fair. Still funny nonetheless. But yeah, so he's smashing it down there, wrecking it down. Bad times. You know, I mean, I say bad times because I quite liked Andor. So for me, I'm looking at this going, that's a shame. You know, it's still, it's bad news for Disney, and I'm happy about bad news for Disney. But I quite liked Andor. And yeah, so it's pretty full on what they're doing here. Pretty full on. I like the fact there's obviously some geezer just driving around this drone going, let me get all the best shots. Yes, please, yes. I can sell this to the mail. So anyway, there you have it. I mean, it's again major stuff. So, Star Wars spin-off, they say received well among fans. It wasn't really. But the Hollywoods, I mean, it's basically all Hollywood actors and stars that are in it. I guess that's evidently why. The union's charitable foundation announced Wednesday that it had raised more than $15 million in the past 3 weeks. So they can just keep on going. Keep on going. $1 million each to the cause. They're going to keep on going with this. And, I agree with part of the strike here is that a lot of it's to do with AI. I mean, I think these people are massively overpaid anyway. They shouldn't be paid that much. And they don't have massive amounts of, I guess, audience support, because they just don't. But I agree that getting AI resolved that's not a stretch. That could be pretty easily done. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, drop it down below. There's not really much else. I'm looking through the article now. There's not really that much else to sort of take a look at. This is quite interesting, though. So, sort of silver pod and stuff. Space Age. One large fantasy shaped ship was left abandoned. Well, yeah, mate. They're not UFOs. Next, you'll be seeing this in Congress. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Anyway. A shame. These are amazing sets. These are beautiful. They did a great job in building these. So at least they will have to get them built again, and that'll pay for more stuff for people's wages, which is good. But that's about it, really. Not much else to say. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Drop your thoughts down below. It's just an update, an interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting, to be fair, to see sort of how this has developed. I mean, this is going to go on. They're in this for the long haul. So, cheers guys, take care, bye-bye now.